Hi, I'm Jade, and today we are going to be doing a whip and chat or drill with me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it for my channel, but it'll probably be whip and chat because I think sometimes when I'm going to be hand sewing and such. So whip and chat I think would work better. I want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 2,500 subscribers. I just saw that today and I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me. And there is going to be a ton of sewing content, a ton of crafting content, and just, me allowing myself to be me. As long as you're here for that, I'm happy you're here. And just thank you so much for being here, supporting me, and welcoming me back to YouTube with really no questions asked. I appreciate it. Let's go drill. But this is also going to be an entry for Miss Coffees. I can't remember what it's called, but if you're here, you're probably from that, so you know what I mean. This is my current work in progress. It's Stitch with Pink Stitch. I know she has a name, don't remember it. This is for my brother. I only have a few sections left, so that's nice. I don't know how much I'll get done today because this video is going to be at least an hour, but I have pre-sectioned sections because I like to go strip by strip. I feel like on cheaper canvases, it ends up not having as much buckling if I do it strip by strip, because up here I did it all in big sections and there's a lot more popping and bubbling over there. But other than that, I'm gonna answer a get to know me tag today. So if you're new here, you can learn a little bit more about me, and if you're not new here, then you can learn a little bit more about me. Okay, I just refilled my drill pen. When I use blue tack, and it's a little too sticky at first, so I just like jab it into my palm. And I also got a Diamond Dots thing. It's a lot more comfortable, and I didn't want to wait for something on Etsy or something to come in. So let me take this off. Rachel Ray actually showed how to get very satisfying sections by putting washi tape and peeling off the plastic layer by doing a slit and then pulling it against the washi tape, and it cuts it perfectly. Look at that. Oh, I also got really cute washi tape from the Dollar Tree. All of these washi tapes are from the Dollar Tree. I just think they're so cute. They're a lot thinner than other washi tapes, but I kind of prefer that. Okay, first color I'm gonna do, okay, this is how I'm storing my drills. And then I like to put it on the blue tack so I don't have to reach all the way down. So the first question on this tag is, who is your hero? Probably have to say that my hero is either my mom, but kind of all of my parents. My grandma's lived with me my whole life. Well, me and my whole family, our whole lives. Hold on, I might have to switch this around so you can see me placing the drills because I don't think you can see it. Okay, I think that's a little bit better position-wise. So the first question is, who is your hero? I kind of see all of my parents as my heroes. They've done everything for me that they can and did everything they could to make my life better, even during hard times. Especially my mom. This week in particular, I've had a severe spell of anxiety. I might get into why later, but maybe not. I'm not sure. But all three of my parents have been there for me. And I say three of my parents. I see my grandma as a third parent because she's lived with us my whole life. And then my mom and dad, obviously. And they're always there when I need them. So I'd say they're my heroes. Question 2, if you could live anywhere, where would you live? Honestly, I'd want to live somewhere where it is no hotter than 70 degrees or 75 degrees all year long. I hate the heat. Currently, I am in Southern California, about an hour out from LA, and the climate is not good. I mean, I wouldn't want to live anywhere humid, that's for sure. Honestly, I'd probably want to live in the mountains that are closest to where I am. But I don't think that'll happen because my husband doesn't think it's practical, because there's always so many forest fires in California, so he doesn't think it's wise for us to buy a house in the mountains, even though they're more cost effective. But you know, that's something you and your spouse really have to agree on. So I understand his point of view on that. And also he'd be commuting a lot, so I get it. He does manual labor, so like it's a lot harder than just having to drive to work and then drive back home. He has to do a lot at work and then drive home, so I get it. So yeah, probably in the mountains, closest to me. Third question, what is my biggest fear? My biggest fear is dying. Yeah, pretty much it. In various ways, but in general, death. Even though I've died once before, apparently that doesn't stop you from being afraid of death. I just don't want to die. I enjoy life too much. And the thought of not existing or things being different, like, say I were to go to heaven and like it was different and it didn't feel the same and I couldn't craft and stuff, like that freaks me out. But yeah, so that's probably my biggest fear. My favorite family vacation. So there's only been 2 family vacations that we've done. We've gone to the beach in Mexico and camped on the beach in Mexico. Oh no! Oh, why does that happen? Well, while I try and make sure these don't stick to where they're not supposed to be. Oh Lord. Oh, it's a mess. So we've camped in Mexico and we really enjoyed that. So that is one of them. But I feel like I love the vacation things equally. So the past couple years we haven't done it. But generally we go to a place that is like, it's like a local camping park, in a place called Yucaipa, and we go camping there. It's like glamping because there's like toilets and stuff like that. And then there's a big ol' like, basically every day we end up going to a water park. And I really do enjoy those memories as family, like going with like extended family, like it's not just my household, it's like all of the families that like we're connected to and love going and just hanging out together. Okay, I think I got all of them. If not, then maybe she'll have a little pink dot somewhere she's not supposed to. Yeah, I'd probably say my favorite family vacation is the one where we go to a local park. Like, if we could do that with, like, the whole extended family in Mexico, that would be super tight. But, like, things aren't safe right now to be going to Mexico, which is sad, because I really like it over there. But both are, the one thing I don't like about both of those family vacations is it's so hot. I don't like heat. That'll be reoccurring if anything comes up. Now I'm working on the J's. Or no, the K's. Sorry. I really do miss family vacations, like with my whole extended family, where we're just like in a circle in tents and stuff. It's quite nice. But we haven't done it in a while. It's coordination stuff. But if I could like combine the two, I would love that. Number 5 is, what would you change about yourself if you could? Now, I don't know if this is referring to looks or if this is referring to just in general. If I could change anything about me, I would probably change the fact that I have ADHD. Because well, it's not like for sure, but I also am diagnosed with OCD and generalized anxiety disorder. And I there's some studies that say a lot of people with ADHD will tend to have those two as well. So I feel like if I got rid of ADHD, then it would get rid of those as well. Because honestly, it's quite hellish. But I mean, I've lived 26 years, so hasn't killed me. But yeah, that'd be the one thing I would change about myself. The next question is, what really makes you angry? Insincerity, like when you can tell people are just doing something to get their way, or like, I don't know, just when people aren't genuine, I don't see a point in that. Like, if you're not just being yourself, what's the point in pretending? I don't know if that makes sense, but people who are ingenuine really piss me off. And I know some of it could be insecurities, so they feel like they can't be themselves, but there's also people who just like pretend that they're super good people when they have foul agendas, and that really pisses me off. But I don't have to deal with many people like that anymore. The next question is, what motivates me to work hard? Probably my husband, because I have a really hard time focusing and getting specific things done. But sometimes he can help guide me, and when I have a guide and I'm not just confused by myself, that is what makes me get the most things done. And I'm really thankful I have that, because he's like amazing for me. The next question is, what is your favorite thing about your career? I don't have a career. So last December, I graduated college with a bachelor's degree, and then coronavirus hit. So I have not had a career. I've been unemployed since March. And yeah, but I am going into being a substitute teacher, taking a test because they finally opened the testing back up. That's what I was waiting for when the pandemic hit, and then I couldn't take it because these tests you have to take in person a majority of the time to make sure you're not cheating. And yeah, so they've just opened it up, so I have a certification to be a substitute teacher, the testing for it on February 20th, so please let it not get canceled. Please let me be able to finish it. I really want to work. I don't want to be stuck at home and not feeling like I'm contributing to anything. Yeah, so, but my career will be in the teaching field. So that I'm pretty psyched about. Pretty excited. Okay, I'm moving on to another color. I think I'm gonna work on E. Excuse me. I don't know why. I always like every time I'm working on a new color, I keep making stupid little songs to go with them. Like, it doesn't even make sense. E is not TJ Maxx. The next question is, what's your biggest complaint about your job? As of right now, being unemployed. I don't really want to complain too much because, you know, a lot of people have it a lot harder. I'm lucky enough that I have a spouse and I have a family and I'm not homeless. So that's something to be grateful for. I have my own room and, you know, I'm existing and I'm not homeless. I eat, I have food, so I'm grateful for that. uh, Next one is, what is my greatest accomplishment? Graduating college. I honestly, well, I was undiagnosed with ADHD and I could not figure out why I was struggling so much. I had gone through high school and then junior college, and then I was in, you know, my final years of college, and I don't know how I got through it and passed everything. um but I did. So I feel pretty accomplished that despite having that and it being undiagnosed, so I wasn't getting help with it, I'm pretty proud that I graduated college. Like, that's my biggest accomplishment so far. I'm so blind. I keep looking at my computer screen to see the questions. And it's only about like, the screen's only like 3 feet away from my face and it's too far. I can't see. I'm so blind. And I'm not wearing my glasses right now because I've been having pretty bad headaches and anything resting on my face is making it worse, so not wearing glasses right now. The next one is, what is your child's proudest accomplishment? I have no human children so far, though I desperately, desperately want them. I only have dogs right now. There's my dog, and then there's my husband's dog. I mean, they're both of ours, but we got them when we were not, you know, we weren't sharing our lives for sure yet. So, you know, you still have those little connections like, oh, this is my dog and this is your dog, but I love her and I love him. Their biggest accomplishment, probably my my dog, my son Corny's biggest accomplishment is that he has not gotten hit by a car, despite how many times he's run into the street like a crazy dog and I'm chasing after him. I cannot trust this boy off of a leash. I've tried training him. He's just so free-spirited. um but yeah. And then my other dog Emma, her biggest accomplishment is probably she balances on my husband's shoulders. We go places and he keeps her on because she's an emotional support animal. But she was trained pretty much since birth, not birth, since she became his dog to stand on his shoulders like a parrot. I'll ask my husband if I can put a picture of it in. If not, you'll just have to imagine it. It's seriously hilarious. We have people in Target all the time when she's riding his shoulders, come up and say, "Can we take a video?" Like there's videos on YouTube of him with her on his shoulders, and it's my favorite thing. Uh, 12. What is your favorite book to read? I have not read that many books. I have difficulty focusing or hyper focusing. So if I'm reading a book, I'm reading it straight for 3 days, and I can't be doing that constantly. And if I'm taking time on it, I will read a few chapters and then I will forget about it, and then I will have to reread it. But my favorite book series is the Twilight Saga. I know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it was like comfort food. And it was like the first like real books that I read as like I think it was the summer between middle school and high school for me that they came into my life. And they're just a comfort food, and I will say the books are so much better than the movies. There's so much more relationship there than there is in the movies, and I don't know, I just adore it. So yeah, I'm also writing a book, and for that one, I can't say it's my favorite book because it's mine. What does it say about me if that's my favorite book? But it is one of my favorite concepts. Hold on. What makes me laugh the most? My husband. He's always cracking me up with something. He's so deadpan. Like, most people think he's serious, and then every once in a while he gets you with the best snarky response or snarky like comeback, and it's just unexpected because of how quiet he is. And oh, it's like the best thing ever. And like half the time we'll randomly be laying in bed and then he'll just say something and it just gets me in the giggle pit and I can't stop. Other than that, what makes me laugh a lot, I'm also super ticklish. So again, that would be my husband because he's always tickling me and I hate it. But he likes my laughs apparently. So yeah, those are the things that make me laugh most. What was the last movie I went to and what did I think? I honestly cannot tell you what the last, I'm sure it was a Marvel movie. I have a very close friend to me named Angela, and we watch every single new Marvel release together. That's our thing. We go and watch all of them, and it's been like, it didn't start from the beginning of them because I hadn't met her yet, but we had like had a day where we binge watched all of the Marvel movies that had come out, and then since then we watch every single Marvel movie together. And I'm sure we were gonna see Black Widow obviously, but then the pandemic hit, so that was a no-go. Is there any more E's? Was that the last E? Sorry, I'm using too much TikTok language. Excuse me, jeez, Louise, I keep burping. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is B. Beep 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 beep. Okay, got me some bees. So, what was I even talking about? I forgot, but I think I'm on question 15. What did you want to be when you were small? I'm currently small. That's a joke because I'm 4'6". I'm very small. So like, yeah. But when I was a kid, I wanted to be so many random things. I wanted to be a ballerina for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, oh, I ain't built like that. And I know I wanted to be a scientist once. But pretty consistently since middle school, I either wanted to be an actress or a teacher. And then I had many, many, many professors say that I was a talented actress and they thought I could make it in Hollywood, but I would never be a main or lead character. I would always be kind of like the best friend or the best friend's sister. And it just wasn't worth all the heartbreak of like, you know, being rejected so much. Like, I could deal with rejection if I knew I was eventually going to get what I was searching for, but the fact is that typecasting is real. And not only are my looks not main character-ish, I'm also very petite. So it would be really hard for me to look right with other actors on screen. And I did plays for a long time, but you know, those were college productions. They're not like serious. And then I actually have a few professors who are very upset with me that I didn't pursue acting, like in Hollywood, because, well, one, we're close. We're an hour and something away from Hollywood, and two, they said that I was wasting my talent. But I don't feel like it's a waste if I choose not to waste my time. You know? So if I become a theater teacher, then I'm doing something with it. It's not a waste. But yeah, I still have a few professors who I have best friends on Facebook, and they're like, have you changed your mind? I really think you could do something. And I don't even know if I was that good of an actress, or they just like liked me, so they wanted me to do that. But yeah, for me, once I realized that I wouldn't get very far in it, in the section I would want to go far in, it just, the idea of it stopped being worth it to me. So I can still daydream that I somehow get recognized and I get to act and, you know, all that. And my husband can tease me for being a little actress. But yeah. Well, let me see the next question. Turn on. If you could choose to be anything for a day, what would you be? They said anything, not anyone. I would choose, if I could be anything for a day. Why is that a difficult question for me? If I could choose to be anything? No, that doesn't make sense. I would be... See, but I'm thinking of inanimate objects. I'm like, well, I don't want to be an inanimate object. If I could be anything for one day, I would be the possessed Twilight Renesmee doll. Just freak people out because that would be hilarious. Yeah, okay, that's my answer. Okay, we just finished with B. Now we're going on to L. I'm skipping that question. I don't like sports. It says, what's your favorite sport to watch? And I'm just not a fan of sports. So, I mean, I guess I answered it. Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car? I would rather drive a car. I recently started driving this year. I know I'm way too old to not have been driving, but such is my life. Things don't go on a normal timeline. So even though I'm 26, I barely started driving this year. And I find it very relaxing. I don't mind being the designated driver for the day. I quite enjoy it, so I'd choose to drive out of those. I think I've rode on a horse once because my rich cousins, my rich family, they had horses, so I rode on one. I don't get the hype. I mean, like, I like horses, they're cool, in their existence, but I don't need to ride it. What would you sing at karaoke night? Probably the stars shining bright above you, that thing, or there's a song that is originally a Buddy Holly song that Cat Powers did a cover of on the movie Juno, or well, not on the movie, but it was on the soundtrack for the movie Juno. In one of my acting classes, we had to sing in front of our whole class, regardless if we were in musical theater or if we were just in regular acting classes. We had to sing a song in front of the class and perform it as if we were like singers, like professional singers. And I have not sung, well, at that point I had not sung since middle school because I had a middle school teacher tell me that my singing was awful and I should just harmonize because that was what I was good at, but I shouldn't be trying for the solos. And I was like, oh, okay. So I hadn't really sung since then. As you can tell, I get discouraged fairly easy. But I sang the Cat Power song. It's pretty short. It's like, come with me, my love. I'm probably gonna edit that out because I don't want to hear myself. But it's Sea of Love by Cat Powers. I like her rendition of it because it makes it very sweet. Buddy Holly's is a lot more pumped. I love Buddy Holly. And Roller Coaster is like one of my favorite songs, but I do prefer Cat Powers' version of that song. What two radio stations do you listen to in the car most? I don't. I listen to Spotify. Would you rather wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? I would rather vacuum the house. I absolutely hate doing dishes. I don't like being wet. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, out of that, I'd rather vacuum. I actually enjoy vacuuming. It's pretty calming. And I actually bought myself a vacuum for my birthday this year. It's a Jimmy JV. I think it's like a pet fur something, but I adore it. It's great for hardwood floors. So let's see. Let me move on to the next question. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? If cleaning, probably. Because I get in cleaning moods, but it's few and far in between. It's like once every 2 weeks, and then everything's built up, and I have to cut down the grime that just built up, and that's not fun. I actually do, or had done, some cleaning videos, like before and afters on my TikTok. I might post those here. I do want to post cleaning videos, but I'm saying like re-upload those because they were quite enjoyable. But I would want help cleaning just because you shouldn't wait till things get dirty before you clean them. and I struggle with that. So yeah. If I could only eat one meal for the rest of my life, what would it be? It would probably be homemade chicken tacos with homemade guacamole. I make the best guacamole. I like my guacamole recipe. My sister hates it, but this ain't about her. So yeah, that's always what I answer, because it's delicious, it's healthy, and it's just an overall good time. Good time, bud. Who's your favorite author? I hate it because my favorite books, the authors are kind of problematic. But I believe people can change and grow, so I'm not like, I don't cancel them. I don't think you should cancel people. I think you should give them a chance to grow and just tell them that you disagree with them when they're doing something wrong. But my two favorite authors are Stephanie Meyer, just because I really like the Twilight series, and then J.K. Rowling, but I do not agree with her on her stance on the trans community, and I think it's very hurtful to a lot of people, so she just, that's a bummer. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, those are the two books I read quite a bit, so, or book series. I know that's like several books, but yeah. Let's see. Have I ever had a nickname? What is it? The name of my channel is a nickname, Jadeikens. It's just Jade with a cutesy sounding back part of it. A girl in middle school, every time she saw me, she'd be like, Jadeikens, how are you? And I really thought it was really cute, and I started using it for all my platforms. I also really love my name, so yeah. But Jade is kind of a hard name to get nicknames for. But if you want to talk about parent nicknames, then I have a ton. I have Jader, Jader Mater, Bear, Brat, so those are my nicknames. Let me move on. Let me get the next question. I'll have to do a better setup next time. I'm so blind. Do you like or dislike surprises? Why or why not? I like surprises if I don't know the surprise is coming until it happens, because there's no time to have anxiety about it. But say somebody's like, oh, I have a surprise for you in a week, then I'm just stressing about it for the next however many days till that's supposed to come. And I always think it's the worst. Even if they're positive about it, I'm like, oh no. Like my fiance, or my husband, he would try and surprise me with things, but then he'd tell me that, oh, he has a surprise for me in a week, and then I'd panic and be like, he's gonna break up with me. It's just gonna happen. He's gonna leave me. And it was so illogical, but then again, that comes with having anxiety. So if they don't tell me the surprise is coming, I adore surprises. But if you tell me and then I have to wait to figure out what it is, then I hate it. In the evening, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, watch a movie, or read? Honestly, depends on the day. Each one, I don't like doing the same thing all the time, so different thing, different day. Changes. Oh, that was so crooked. Would you rather vacation in Hawaii or Alaska, and why? Dude, I would so go to Alaska. I would not go to Hawaii because you have to fly there, and I do not want to fly. And I don't like warm places. So even though I have family who lives there and I love them dearly, but I don't want to go to Hawaii. But I can get to Alaska through driving, so I'm plenty happy to do that. Also, I really hope one day to go to Alaska or some parts in Canada and see the Northern Lights. Like, that is what I want. My husband wants to go to Japan, so we'll do that, and I'm sure he will go to Alaska with me, although he will be like dying because it's cold. But yeah, I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights, and if that could be like a honeymoon or some kind of romantic vacation we take, I will be so happy. Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job, and why? I'd rather win a big lottery because then I can invest to keep that growth, and then I can continue to do my creative affairs without feeling guilty for not having a better income, if that makes sense. Okay, finish with the L's. And then if I win a big enough, like say I win like the huge jackpot that's like multi-millions of millions and all that, then I can take care of my family and make it so they don't have to stress about money. And I'm very good with money management. So I think it'd be better with that. Because even if I have the perfect job, I'm still gonna have days where I don't want to go because of anxiety and stuff. And I just think the smarter choice would be, if I had the option, would be to win the lottery. Who would you want to be stranded on a desert island with? My husband. Because we can canoodle. And also he makes me laugh. And I mean he's my person. Who else would I want? I mean, like, I love all my family, but like, you know, there's a certain closeness you have with your spouse that is just gonna be more exciting. And again, we can canoodle. I hope you know what that's code for. It's not sticking. Okay, hold on. Okay. If money was no object, what would I do all day? Probably the same thing I'm doing now. Trying to be better, but failing completely. Sorry I keep bumping the camera. I'm trying to get the angle on these spots, and then it's not helping that my pen keeps hitting the camera. If I could go back in time, what time would I travel to? Do I have to stay there or can I leave? Because if I have to stay there, jeez. And also, like, can I alter history, or like, do I have to have no impact, like, in order to not cause ripples in the universe? Because if possible, I would do things back then to make it so we have a more peaceful world instead of where we are now. So this section's so hard because of the phone being where it is. How would my friends describe me? Probably energetic, spacey, short girl. Well, my identifiers in high school used to be short girl with a fat backside and green hair, which I suppose all are true still, because I have put my green hair back. I do have a thick bottom, and I am still, in fact, 4'6" short, so. What are my hobbies? Ooh, good question, especially for this channel. Diamond painting is a new one. I like crochet. I like knitting. I enjoy sewing. That's a big thing. There's a lot of that on this channel. I'll put some videos in the iCard to show some of my sewing videos. Curly hair care, that's a big hobby. That again is also featured on my channel quite a bit. Hobbies. Acting, I guess, is a hobby, but I don't really do that anymore, and I don't really plan to, at least not until I teach theater classes. I think I'm sure there's more, but they're not coming to mind. Oh, embroidery. Oh, wood shop. I made shelves. I showed that in my last video. What is the best gift I have been given? I don't know. I've been given some pretty good gifts. I can't choose because every gift is precious and special in a different way. So, yeah, I can't answer that. Okay, almost done with the difficult section. What's the worst gift I've received? Deodorant. I have a relative who's not the kindest. This relative has given me and my sister both awful gifts throughout the years. But yeah, she gives people who she does not care for things like that. And it was like grandma type of deodorant, like powdery, weird stuff from the 50s. Like it that's probably it. Aside from necessities, what could you not go a day without? I could not go a day without YouTube, because I need background noise so that I'm not constantly panicking or having terrible nightmares while I sleep. So probably YouTube. Not even because I'm posting on here, just I literally have used it every day for like the past 10 years. Let's see. List 2 pet peeves. Wet doorknobs and the word panties. Because wet doorknobs are just people who don't dry their hands. Dry it on your shirt. Come on. It's so gross. Like, I know it's not pee, but it always feels like it's pee. It always feels like it's pee. And it always will. So yeah, that. And I don't like the word panties. I just don't. I just don't like it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, hopefully, I have my first home. God willing, in that time, I will get pregnant. I mean, hopefully, I will have gotten pregnant several times. But that doesn't seem like it comes very easy to me. So yeah, if not, hopefully I will have secured an adoption. And just being happy with my husband, hopefully. You know? I just strive to be happy. Let's see. How many pairs of shoes do you own? Oh, this is embarrassing. So I have about 120 pairs of shoes, including heels, boots, flats, a couple pairs of tennis shoes. Yeah, I have so many shoes. I love shoes. I love shoes. Oh, I love shoes. So, yeah, I have at least 120 pairs. I've gotten rid of a few that like were busted, but I do have quite a lot. If you were a superhero, what powers would you have? Why is that difficult? I suppose hopefully like some kind of comforting powers. Like I would like to bring comfort and security to those around me. So something like that would be tight. If I could make other people like de-stress and like just by having that power, that'd be like sick as heck. I love that. What would I do if I won the lottery? I kind of answered this earlier. I would invest and put, you know, do market research and put things into stocks and bonds and such things so I could build my wealth without having to work. And I would take care of my family. Particularly the ones who have helped me and my immediate family, like, they deserve the world. What forms of public transportation do you prefer? Air, boat, train, bus, car? Well, I've only been on a public bus out of those. I've been in an Uber. I probably prefer a bus to an Uber when it comes to like feeling safe, but when it comes to getting to my destination, I guess an Uber or something like that. What's my favorite zoo animal? Not really a big fan of zoos. So animals are just cool. If you could go back and change one thing, what would it be? I would probably interfere with how the Constitution was made and make things fair for everybody a long time ago, so that we would probably have progressed a lot more by now. And yeah, probably change the Constitution to fit better human rights that go for everybody. Let's see. If I could share a meal with 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be? My 4 grandparents who have passed. For sure just in general, like, passed on loved ones. It would be 4 of them. It would be hard to choose, but it would be 4 of them. Most likely my grandpa Philip, my grandma Connie, my grandma Pat, and it's like a split between all of my other grandparents who had passed on. So yeah, it would be them, because they're more important to me than random historical figures or people. How many pillows do you sleep with? 1. If I'm having like body issues, like pain or whatever, sometimes 2, like I'll layer them so that they're kind of like a wedge. I say a lot. What's the longest you've gone without sleep and why? Probably not longer than like 30 hours. I don't even remember why. I don't stay up too much. Maybe 48. No, not even that. Not even that. Hold on, let me do this little dot over here. And then I will get to another question. What's the tallest building I've been to the top in? I don't think I've been to the top floor in like probably like my junior college, the 3rd floor in my junior college, because that was the top floor. Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? I would rather have looks because ignorance is bliss, and hopefully my anxiety would leave and my intrusive thoughts would leave. So I would definitely choose looks because I'd be pretty and I wouldn't have anxiety. So, how often do you buy clothes? I don't really. I thrift clothes every once in a while. I'm moving on to the letter D. Right here. I make most of my own clothes. As I said, I'll put another video of me making my own clothes or upcycling like thrifted clothes to fit me. I don't tend to buy clothes unless they're secondhand from eBay or thrift stores. So, I don't buy clothes very often. Have you ever had a secret admirer? Yes, I have. My husband. I can't say all of it because he gets embarrassed when I say the story. Don't know why. But he admired me from afar at our high school for a year before he had the courage to message me on MySpace and get to know me. So, he was my secret admirer. And it worked out. And I'm very happy it did. What's my favorite holiday? Christmas. Because, I love celebrating Jesus Cristo's birthday. And then, in conjunction with that, seeing my family and watching people be happy opening gifts. It's just a jovial atmosphere. Also, tamales. Homemade tamales. We didn't get to have homemade ones this year. We had to buy them because, you know, pandemic, we couldn't all go to my aunt's house to make tamales like we do. But Christmas. For food, atmosphere, and baby Jesus. What's the most daring thing I've ever done? Whenever I had a crush, I would straight up tell them, hey, I have a crush on you. If you don't, that's cool, just let me know so I can stop liking you, because I don't want to waste my time. That's probably the most daring thing. I've always been like that, because why would I waste time falling deeper and deeper for somebody who's not going to reciprocate those feelings? And yet it still happened, but like I would always write notes or tell them or tell somebody to tell them. So I guess I was daring in that way. I don't have to do that anymore. Because I found my man. What is that? Oh, those are sixes. Okay. What was the last thing you recorded on TV? Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. It would have been years ago, so I don't know. What was the last book you read? I read halfway through Midnight Sun. And then I got distracted, by something, so now I have to go back and reread it. Because I just couldn't finish it the first time. I really like it so far. I just got distracted halfway through. But I had reread Twilight. Like maybe like the whole Twilight series maybe a week to 2 weeks before I got my copy. And it was just repetitive in a lot of ways because obviously it's the same story just told by someone else. So that was just, I think it made it a little more difficult. What is my favorite type of foreign food? Does Mexican count? I mean, Mexican food is from Mexico, but I don't know if it counts if your family makes it. I mean, I guess Mexican food, because that's the only food I really eat often. Maybe Italian. Yeah, Italian. Italian. My final answer. Take it or leave it. I stuck to the canvas. Are you a messy or clean person? I am clean in the way that things are not filthy, but I am messy in the way that I always have clutter. Like, my husband always laughs. He's like, your room's always dirty. And I'm like, but it's not filthy. It's clean. It's just got a lot of stuff in it. But I don't like, I don't let things get filthy. It just bothers me. But I will let things get messy. So, it's like a catch-22. It's like fitty-fitty. I just finished D, right? I hope I don't put it in the wrong one. Who would you want to play? Who would you want to play you in a movie of your life? Oh, I don't think they can anymore. Well, I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. My memory had run out. So, but let me get back to the questions. I think it said, who would you want to play you in a film? I would have chose Elliot Page, but I don't think that would work anymore because I'm not a man. So, you know. I don't know who else I would choose. I get compared a lot to specific actresses, even though they look nothing like me, because they say it's the vibe. Like, there's a blonde chick with glasses from Criminal Minds who people say I remind them of. I'm moving on to capital T, by the way. Is there a lot? Yeah, there's a lot. By the way, sorry if my table's a little shaky. I might change the setup for future videos, but for now, this is just what I got. Hey, sorry, the last clip filled up my phone, so I think next time if I'm gonna do something this long, I need to do it live. So let me know, like, if you guys would want to see me doing stuff like this live. Like, I might be doing this, I might be sewing, like, you know, like hand sewing or something, but I can definitely do something like this on live if you guys like, because my phone apparently does not like it when this is pre-recorded. And while I was waiting to transfer the files from my phone to my computer, because it took an hour or two, I did fill in the J's and the 3's, and I think the C's. Not sure if it matters, but now we're moving on to the V's and answering more get to know me questions. I'm in a little bit of a better mood. My anxiety's calmed down a lot. But who knows? The last few days it's been rough, so it could come back, but let's hope and pray that it does not. Next question is, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? So despite me dressing vintage, I can post a photo of how I generally dress. If I'm getting like full glam, full glam for me, like, I have all the makeup I would wear, and, you know, it's the maxed out version of me. I think max 30 minutes. And that includes, like, brushing my teeth, putting my clothes on, doing my full makeup, and tidying up my hair. I am the queen at trying to save time for things I don't like to do. But generally, say, like, somebody calls me and says, like, hey, it's an emergency, can you pick me up? Like, take your time, get ready, but I need you to get me. I will be out of the door in around 5 minutes usually. And if I want to look good, generally 15. But when I'm going all out, it's 30. And that's like going all out. Like, when I got married by the court and I, like, did my full makeup, yeah, I think it took me 30 minutes. So I don't know what that says about me. I just know that's a fact. I don't prefer to get ready. What kitchen appliances do you use every day? Microwave, air fryer, because I'm a piece of garbage with anxiety, so half the time I can't cook because I'm just too anxious and I can't even think. So I end up going with something microwavable or ovenable or whatever. But such is life. Apparently my anxiety has gotten better, but it's still not good. And all the medications I've tried have just made it so I'm sleeping 15 to 18 hours a day, and I can't do that. I can't exist where I'm hibernating, you know? What is your favorite fast food chain? Probably Baker's, which nearly all of you will not know what that is. It's only in some parts of Southern California, but it's basically like Mexican American food. Like it's American food and Mexican food kind of put together. Like there's burritos, hamburgers, tacos. It's like Americanized Mexican food with some American food options, which is pretty much only burgers, but and fries. But it's so bomb. I had it today, and I don't regret it. It's very much a comfort food. When I was a kid, my mom would always ask, like, if we got fast food, my mom would be like, do you guys want McDonald's or what do you guys want to eat? Like, I'm gonna let you guys choose. We would always choose Baker's, and they don't give toys or anything to kids. There wasn't kids' meals or anything, but that's how much we love the food. So, if you're ever in Southern California, they have a few in LA, I believe. So real quick, this might cut me off, but I'm gonna stop answering questions because I know this phone is only gonna let me record so much before it turns off. So hopefully I can finish my outro. I just want to say thank you to the 2,500 of you that are here with me. I really appreciate you guys so much, and there's gonna be so much more coming to this channel. Not just diamond art, but this will be a nice outlet for me to not feel like I'll have nothing to post unless I can physically do things, because sometimes my anxiety stops me from doing that. So this is gonna be, you know, when I want to relax but also hang out with you guys. And like I said, I think if I do another long video like this, I'm gonna do it live. And I know I don't have that many people who will come watch it live, but that's fine because I mean, it gives the option of people to hang out live, and I think that's really cool. And I just want to say thank you to the craft community and the hair and uh sewing community that I'm a part. I mean, sewing's part of craft. Uh but just in general, like, thank you guys for being here with me, even though like I have been pretty absent over this past year. Coming back, even if it's only 2 videos so far, um I'm feeling a lot better about it. And yeah, I'm having bad anxiety right now, but I'm not as bad as I used to be. And sure, that doesn't sound that good, but like, it used to be where I'd be pacing back and forth in my house for like 3 days, not eating, not sleeping, just panicking. And now I have a place to distract me. And, maybe I can help people know they're not alone in their anxieties and that panic attacks are normal and you don't have to feel like a crazy person. Because I've been feeling like one the past few days because I've just been, anxious all day. But I did not pace during this like anxiety streak, I guess you could call it. I didn't sob. I ate, I fueled my body, gave it what it needed, and took care of myself. And hopefully this will pass soon. It all started because I slept on my neck wrong, and then it led to several days of tension headaches, and it's getting slightly better every day, but whenever anything slightly health related happens, I panic so bad, and it's hard for me to relax, and I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. But look at that, anxiety's like, I'm pretty sure, but not 100%. But at least this has taken a little bit of the stress away. And like, I don't feel as alone. And I really like the diamond painting community because it's so chill. Also, I love watching people do diamond paintings, and like listen to that while I sleep. Because I know nothing scary is gonna happen or whatever, I'm not gonna have nightmares. But yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for being here. And let me know what you'd like to see aside from diamond paintings. Like, do you still want to see my hair videos, my sewing videos? Well, I mean, most of you are here for my sewing videos, so those are for sure going to happen anyways. And plus, I'm a seamstress, so yeah, I'm not giving that up. Not that I'd give up anything, but you know, I do want to make some stuff that you guys want to see. The diamond paintings, that's for me. The other things, they're for me and you, but this is for sure for me. Like, this brings me a decent amount of peace. Because when I'm diamond painting, I don't feel so... It's like I have to focus on placing things instead of focus on the things that could be wrong with me. And by the way, like, for the tension headache, it's just, tense muscles. Like, I could tell where it's coming from, and it is the muscles that wrap around like the sides of your head, so it makes sense that a crick neck would be... I don't know if that's like, what do you call it when you like sleep wrong on your neck? Like, we always called it a crick neck. I don't even know if that sounds right. Like, now that I've said it a couple times, I'm like, that does not sound right. But I've just been having light headaches, and it's just like the headaches you have when you make too many facial expressions and you like scrunch your face up, because I'm sure because my neck was in pain that happened. So then I gave too much tension on my neck, but you know how it goes. And I think these videos will be a little bit more calm. I'm a little bit more on a lot of the time when I do like more edited videos. Like, this is probably gonna have minimal editing, and I'm okay with that. Oh, look it. We at least... Oh, we did not finish F. There's still a patch right there. Right here. But yeah, my mom also gave me her artist table, so I'm not going to be bending my head over. I think honestly, I got really obsessed with the diamond painting because I got my first one for Christmas. So I ended up leaning my head too much, and that's what made my neck, like, it was already sore, and then I slept on it wrong. I think that's what happened, honestly. And if I'm talking about it, it's just because I'm trying to talk myself off of a bridge, you know? Like, I'm fine, it's fine. Because, like, I've slept on my neck wrong before, and I've had tension headaches before, but just sometimes the medical anxiety hits, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't even know how to explain how my brain works. But it could also be that for the last couple of years I had been on a anti-anxiety medication, and I stopped taking it because it wasn't really effective anymore, but now I'm on nothing. So it's like I'm just alone with my thoughts. But I'm working towards that. Oh, actually I have to make an appointment with my psychiatrist. Because I don't know what to do. Like, I don't often, it's weird because my anxiety is not constant, but then once it hits, it's bad for weeks. And then the anxiety and stress leads to more tension, so then I have weird body pinches and stuff. And it only happens when I have anxiety. So I know it's related to that, but it's still is spooky. I don't like it. But I don't even know what I'm going on about, just that I'm thankful I have an outlet again. And people who are here because they like me, not just because they expect stuff from me, if that makes sense. But you know, I'm just gonna pray and hope that I'm good. I also had a mini panic attack earlier. I was like, oh god, do I have coronavirus? But like, my breathing's fine. It's just, but it all started with sleeping on my neck wrong, so like, I don't think it's coronavirus. Also, no one around us has coronavirus, so you know, it's just panic. It's just panic. It's okay. We'll get through it. It's not forever. This is temporary. But yeah, I am excited for other content on my channel. But I kind of have to, like, I'm editing other videos that I have already filmed. Like, I have a more in-depth version of making the cottagecore wedding dress that I've talked about on this channel. And then I have how I reupholstered my couch. I have that filmed from like way earlier this year. And then I'm gonna post a video, like an updated curly hair routine, like what I've done that like helped heal my hair from the damage Diva Curl caused it. And I have like sewing projects that I want to do. It's popping up. Hold on, let me get my rolling pin. That used to be my grandmother's that she would make homemade tortillas with. My grandma was like, I think Jade will appreciate this, so she gave it to me, and now I'm using it for diamond paintings because I don't cook. Oh! So now I've finished another section. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Apparently, they made this rolling pin out of an old broom that they had back then. And he just sanded it and was like, use it as a rolling pin. And it does help, I have noticed. Don't worry, that was just a tray. It was empty too. There's some that are popping right here, but I just keep popping them out and then placing a little bit of tacky glue under it and then popping it back in. I am gonna have to seal this. By the way, if you like my personality and talking and my crafts so far, feel free to subscribe, become one of my neighbors, join the neighborhood. I'd be happy to have you here. And hopefully we can spread a little bit of positivity and hang out here in this little corner of the internet. So, yeah, you can do that. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you made it this far, comment, I'm in stitches, because Stitch and I'm a sewing lady. I'm seamstress and he's Stitch. By the way, let me know if you guys want that a little more zoomed out. I'm working with a setup and I'm trying to figure out, as you can see, the lighting right here is not that great, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. You don't need to have perfection constantly, and that's what I need to realize. But yeah, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.